the one. The film starts off and he's like He's like, oh, I've just bought this camera, and it's and then Katie shows up in a car, and then the movie continues like that, and you find out that it was his suggestion to buy the camera because he's like, well, Katie, this shit's happening. Let's film it. Let's see if we can capture it on film. Let's see if we can get some evidence and see what we can do with it and do about it. And he starts off quite a likable character. But as the film progresses and shit starts going down, he starts to take it less and less seriously. As if... like... At one point... sorry, spoiler here. Katie gets up in the middle of the night, and she just gets up, and she stands over looking at Mika for about an hour and a half. And then she goes downstairs, and then like an hour later, Mika gets up, notices that she isn't there, looks around the house, and she's outside in the garden, and she's just like, I'm fine. No. Leave me alone. I'm fine. And then he hears banging in the house. So he goes into the house. He goes upstairs, finds the TV is on, and he turns around, and Katie is there, wondering what the hell's going on. And then he's like, well, you were the one outside. You were the one outside in the middle of the night in your underwear. And she's like, oh, I don't remember that. And it was an obvious that she was possessed. But he seems to take it so... He seems to take it as a joke, as if, this demon can possess Katie and make her do stuff, and he doesn't see any problem with it. And it just doesn't make sense to me why he would take it less and less seriously as more serious stuff starts to happen. Amika... So he starts off likeable, and as the film progresses, becomes incredibly unlikable. It's like, at one point he starts waving a knife around and saying, I can sort this out, I can protect you. And it's pretty clear that the demon can do whatever it wants, and there is no way that Mika could actually hurt it, because, it has no physical form. It's a supernatural. And instead of helping Katie through it, he makes light of the subject and makes jokes and it's just it's just something that bugs me through the film. What else? Yeah, and somewhere through the film, this doctor comes along, this psychic, and he's like, yes, I can feel the negative energy. Yes, something is chilling here. Yes, something is wrong. I will... and he gives them this number for a demonologist, because he's only a psychic and only deals with ghosts. He doesn't deal with demons. And it's not until... and Mika goes, we don't need to see some crackpot psychic. We don't need to see a crackpot demonologist. We don't need your help. We don't need the help. I can deal with it. And it's not until really quite late in the movie that they actually decide to phone the demonologist and get some help. And it's all because of Mika that it went the way it was. If he hadn't been such an idiot, if he'd been more understanding and more concerned, or more willing to help, instead of saying, no, you don't need to phone the demonologist, I can deal with it. The film, it would have ended differently. But I know most people would be skeptical. But in his situation, seeing what he sees, because the camera just captures what he sees, and then he reviews everything, like whatever's captured at night. With the amount of evidence I was shown, and I was certain that it wasn't some kids playing a prank, then I would have no problem believing that, they needed supernatural help. So it's just one of those nitpicks of the film. And when they finally do call the demonologist, he's unavailable. And, see, what else? Yeah, as I said, it's one of one of the best cinema experiences I've ever had. But I don't feel the film has any rewatch value, because you watch the film once and you're scared. If you weren't scared at least one point in this movie, I don't know what's wrong with you, because the atmosphere was just so good. Well done to me. Anyway, um, yeah, but I can't recommend actually buying it on DVD. If you can find somewhere where they're actually showing it, then go ahead, go to see it, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But if you get it on DVD, a lot of the chill factor will be lost. Uh, because it's something that won't be as effective watching it on a TV. Like a 25-inch or whatever you've got flat screen on the other side of the room. If you've got something that is massive, the side of a house, and is in front of you, and these things are larger than life, then I think you'll get a much better experience out of it. But once you've seen it once, that's it. Basically, that's there. There's no there's no sort of real rewatch value, because you know what's going to happen. It's not like any horror film. Something like Aliens has rewatch value, because I can't explain it right now. I'm just a bit tired. I don't know what it is. It might be the lack of sleep from when I was ill, or a combination of that and watching that fucking movie last night. So yeah, I liked Paranormal Activity. I would give it 75%, and it would be higher if it had more rewatch value, um, or if the character Mika wasn't such an idiot. But I think that's all I've got to say for you today. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Later.